Hey everybody, this is Steve, and I'm here with one of my favorite clients. I have lots of favorite clients, but you're my favorite right now. Anyways,
I'm your only one.
yes, and you have the coolest hair for sure of all my clients, so that's for sure. But I've really enjoyed working with you over this past year, and you're certainly one of my most enthusiastic clients. And I thought you might share just really briefly the results you've had. You're talking a bit about anxiety and different things like that, but just what are a few of the things you've noticed since we've worked together?
Okay, well, we started working in this last summer. Probably had 3 or 4 sessions together, and first thing I noticed was it was easier to drive.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize what a problem I actually had with anxiety. I kind of had coped with it.
You just thought it was normal, or this is just the
I
way
thought
life
it
is?
was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I had some anxiety and it would rise up and go down, different times, depending on if I was busy or if I was doing different things. But I mean, I had been having issues with driving where I would be driving down the road. And if a car would kind of like veer a little bit in my lane, I would kind of have this
Yeah.
freak out, and vision would go into my head about what could happen. And I had prayed against it. Did a lot of just, trying to figure out what is going on. And
Yeah.
I couldn't, I just finally coped with it.
Sure.
And, then I didn't want to drive in Dallas. I didn't want to drive my husband's truck. I really hadn't driven his truck in 5 years. And then after all this, all of a sudden I'm like, I'm driving. The cars aren't bothering me. I can drive in Dallas. I can drive the truck. I can drive the truck filled with all kinds of junk in the back of it through downtown traffic in Dallas and it not even bother me. And so that was really huge. And then I had to fly 2 places. I flew to Miami and also to California in November. And I did not like to fly, but flying did not bother me. And I was actually excited after going the first trip when it didn't bother me.
Yeah, you're like, hey, it's not so bad.
Yay! Let's fly now. And even just the packing used to, stress me out. I would be the last one packed in the house. And then I also had I had anxiety about business things. I had anxiety about dealing with stuff from the past, as far as like stuff that was left over, my mom's stuff, a lot of pictures and things like that I need to go through. And I hadn't been able to, because I'd get out there and work on it a little while and I would get, it's like, oh no, I can't stay. So I would just like shove it under the rug again.
Sure.
And so now I feel like I can do that now. And I'm actually looking forward to it. I've actually, this morning, I was going through a bunch of old photo albums looking for pictures because my brother's birthday is tomorrow. And I was trying to find some pictures for him.
Very cool. Well, one of my favorite changes I've seen in you too is that you've really embraced your unique self, right? And owned it instead of thinking you have to be or be different than you really are. And how has that impacted your life?
Well, once I had forgiven myself for something that I'd done years ago, and I had thought I had forgiven myself through the years, and I guess I had in like increments.
Yeah.
But when we finally got down to it and brought that issue up and you helped me through it, I realized, yes, I am God's favorite. And there's nothing I can do that's going to make me not be his favorite anymore.
Yeah.
And
that's like a superpower right there. That's like a Marvel Comics level superpower in life.
Yes.
You can do that.
It is. And it changes your perspective on everything. It changes the lenses that you look out of every day. Yeah. It's like, what shades are you putting on? I don't have my pink shades.
It's a radical shift in life view, just everything.
It is. Everything looks different. It looks better. It's totally different. Anyway, I figured out that all these years I didn't like myself. and I'd been trying to be somebody else.
Mm.
So
That's some
once
exhausting stuff right there.
it is. That's probably where the anxiety came from.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, I figured out that everybody else was already taken, and there was just me. So I needed to be me.
And
And
the
so
world
once
needs
I
you to be you, right? That's like, we need you.
yeah, just be you. And it's like it's totally changed. It's like people are drawn to me. I'm drawn to other people. I go wherever I go, people want to talk about my hair, which gives me an opportunity to spread joy and love, and talk to them and pray for them. And you know, even if it's just a 30-second conversation, you can make somebody smile that day.
Yeah.
And that might change your whole trajectory of the day.
What's, you know, the difference is you, instead of going through life as a thermometer, you change to being a thermostat, right? To influence instead of being influenced. You know, you're not dependent on the environment. You change the environment. You know, it's to change everything in your life. You know, so
I go through life now. It's hashtag laughing all the way.
Laughing all the way. I love it.
Yes. And I have people now that say, I want to be you when I grow up. Okay, come on.
That's a pretty good endorsement of owning your own life and who you are, and loving it. So awesome. Well, super proud of you. And
well, thank you, Stephen.
Love working with you. And thank you so much for sharing kind of what it's been like for everyone. And by the way, you know, we worked by video every time. So obviously, no matter where you're at, we can help you out. So
yeah.
All right. I appreciate you. Thanks.